It's unbelievable. I mean, all the things that we delivered, that was actually one of the best and actually most cost effective because it goes from clean area to clean area. So now we're delivering chemical samples within factories and there's multiple applications. But when we arrived in Israel, it was like rude awakening. It's like, wow, okay, we need to do that. So, and they said, no, 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 don't worry about it. You don't need to develop. There's already a company here. They came in one day. They gave us, we replaced with can do. That's the also amazing things about the country of Israel. Everyone is very technically savvy. They were able to open our drones with me there. I had no tech. It was my my partner Eloisa Rios and I. You know, just in the first visit. So we worked on the drones. They put the halo in like that. It started to work. It
Wow.
was, and then we're like, wow, this is surprising. Let's see how it works. And then they put the four sims in Israel. Everything was working fine. And now I was puzzled. And I called my partner in Brazil. I said, well, we need to do this. You know, I don't like to do, you know, I want the best in the drones. I want the best of the technologies. At that time, Yoav, we had a discussion about pricing because now we're going from one SIM card to four SIM cards, right?
Right, right.
And other things. I say, okay, how can we make this? That's why they created another model, a financial model to help companies like ours that didn't want to spend immediately on the hardware, right? So they
Yep.
made it as such a way that we could actually time it with the projects, which is absolutely amazing the way it worked. But the other thing, just to finish the how amazing the experience was, we didn't know how we're gonna do this, and this was the last day of indie project. That 2 weeks that we were flying back, I was at the airport, and I had Nimrod, a good friend from Elsight, running because we were boarding, and he brought us two halos already with the Brazilian authorization because you have to have the telecommunications uh, approvals, right? And we were very lucky that the flight was delayed as well. And you know, Nimrod was able to give us two samples for us to use in Brazil. And said, no, 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 don't only do it in Israel. We already have this equipment that works in Brazil. It's already certified by the Ministry of Telecommunications, and it's true. I saw the sign,
Yep.
and we took it to Brazil. The rest is history. So
You
once we
know,
implemented,
Manuel, you raised something I never really thought about, which is just maybe so blindingly obvious, but how can, operational conditions can be so significantly different depending on where you are. Like I mean, Israel is a really tough playground. It's a tough neighborhood. And the GPS jamming you mentioned, all of these things, and then to say, yes, let's try this in Brazil, in our environment, see how it goes. And obviously, so far, so good. So let's segue and talk a little bit about what's new, because I think, Manuel, you kind of alluded to this, and I'm going to go back to Yoav. So you kind of pivoted your model a little bit, Yoav, for companies like Speedbird and others, that maybe didn't want to put a huge investment right up front. So tell us about this new service, I'm going to say, that you're providing.
Yeah, absolutely. Service. We also call it Halo as a service. That's the trade name that we put on it. And the reason being is that we, again, always trying to think how we can help our industry and how we can help our great partners to grow their business. And we started to think about how we can make a much closer synergy between our business model and our partner business model, which means how they make their money and try to attach their expense, let's call it, on connectivity in our case, but we can talk about other ideas there, how we can connect or make it work together so it will make much more sense, economically sense, again, for our customers, as well as for ours. Again, like Manuel said, we're all here in the end of the day to make money. I'm not hiding it. It's part of what we're doing. But as long as we can support our partner to grow their business, that's what we're trying to do. So basically, Halo as a service means that today we are providing the Halo, like you said, in a lower cost, or the hardware is in a lower cost, and then we're doing kind of a monthly subscription, which kind of work in a way that kind of pay per use, if you will, which is not exactly per use because it's a monthly expense, but you will pay on those drones that you're actually using and those that actually generate revenue on the other side. And that's how it make it much more might make much more sense, sorry, to our partners working like that. Not only that, in part of some regions worldwide, not yet in Brazil, we are working on that, but in the US, as an example, part of what we're doing, we are providing the full package, so you don't have to care about SIM cards. We're getting for you the Halo with the AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile SIM cards built into the product. Everything is part from the same business model. You're getting everything in one cost. You have one-stop shop, which is very clear what is the cost structure, how it's connected to your business model. And we hope that that will help, again, our partner to accelerate their business. And I wouldn't call it a pivot because in the end of the day, we created both business case or both business models to each customer, or each partner can choose which one works better for them because it's very diverse based on the use case. But that's what we created, and we hope looking on 2023, which Speedbird was the first partner of ours working with, and we see how successful was it, and now we're started to take it more broadly, and hopefully during 2023 have more partners using this business model, again, if it makes sense for them, and that if that's what will make them accelerate their business. So that's on the business side. That's what on the technology side, we are all the time adding more and more features and capabilities, from enhancing the 5G, and we had some great initiative with T-Mobile in the US working about specifically 5G and how it can help scale this industry in general. We had with other partners that working on different features. So it's kind of, again, working very closely with our partners and providing them with software upgrades, if you will, kind of the Tesla model, which you have the same hardware all the time with just software upgrades on the top of it, obviously based on all the certification regulatory requirements of all the quality and safety needs that it's required. So that's what we're basically trying to push ourselves. And I think that the story that Manuel told about Nimrod, that's the spirit of Elsight. One of our values is passion, and it's passion for customers' needs, for partners' needs, it's passion for what you're doing. And I think every single partner of ours feel 100% this passion, that they can call us 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. or 2 p.m. Israel time, and we will be always available and always be there to support whomever is need, and try to, again, do the extra mile for our partners and for ourselves, which that's the spirit of Elsight.